Shimmer Kakadash, the Wadi Halba Shemi Al Shai for doing a video through his spirit, the Wadi Halba Shemi Al Shai for giving us his truth as worms. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm going to do a quick video on a review on Sinners, which you should go check out. Good movie, had some spiritual things in it. Definitely a good watch for the brothers and sisters out there. And the one part I'm gonna mention is a spoiler, so be aware that one of the because it's based on the twin brothers. One of the brothers said when he was a vampire, because the whole vampire trope was to bring everybody together, so called under how Esau do. But he said we'll never be free, and that's a sentiment that the whole movie was trying to do, and what Jake has been trying to do for a very long time is to get freedom. That's what we've been wanted for so long, is to be free, to be so-called sovereign, to be able, not under the guidelines of another nation, to truly be free, to enjoy life, man, to enjoy the fruit of our labors, which we haven't had for a long fucking time, man. It's been a while, but that's the main goal, and we will be free, and it won't be through the means of Esau Edom, because that's what Esau and these other nations want you to believe. The only way you will be free is through their means, through their way, and through how they want you to be free. But no, we'll be free through the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's how we're gonna get true freedom and true uh, liberation. It's through Yahweh Shem Shai, not through Esau, not through the heathens, not through any of that. We're gonna be free through our power. You got something?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just back with what the brother's saying. How Jake wants that freedom. Jake wants to be able to be separated from E and not have to deal with them.
Because that's what the damn vampire was saying. Look, you're free in him.
Exactly.
He made them free, and that's what his brother was. He's saying, look, man, just snap out of it. We'll be free. He said we'll never be free. That's why he was trying to get them to join over Esau, so they could be free together. But that being free under Esau's means and through his ways is nothing but death.
Yep.
You got it.
This is Sirach 25:7. It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the tenth I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." And until that happens, we're not going to be free. We're not able in this place to have joy of our children. The video that Elder Yashwama did, was that earlier today? I think they did.
Was that the one I sent?
Yeah, the one you sent.
It was either from today or yesterday.
Yeah, it was the video they did.
It's recent.
They basically went there and it was telling you how these women do Jake with the kids, how they weaponize the kids, and who did they get that from? They got that from E's system, from child support, and the benefits that they give with the kids, and they hang that over on Jake.
Child support, Section 8, food stamps. God knows what else they get. Mm-hmm. They get their benefits from kicking a man out the house.
Yep. And Jake tried to do, like in the movie, they would just wanted that little short time just to feel like they was free and not having to be dealing with E. Because when E was trying to come fuck, they said, no, go on with your own people. This is our little place. This is our little establishment. And that's the mindset that Jake has, to be free and not have to be under the yoke of E. Because, they was the movie was originated down south, so you understand how down south worked.
Mississippi.
Yeah, how you work it was, and basically, especially around the times when the early 1900s, the racism was still going on, even in the Klan. The Klan, even though they went to say what the thing, the Klan was still a thing, even though they wasn't riding around with their hoods on blatantly, they still was together. And Jake was still knew that, and Jake was trying to be separated from that. And we're not going to be separated from that until we are truly saved from this place.
And right off that, this Isaiah 33 and verse Oh, let's start at 20. It says, "Look upon Zion, the city of our solemnity. The eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. No one of those stakes thereof shall be removed, neither shall any of the cods thereof be broken." Like when you have a tent, you put stakes in the ground, you have the cords, it's all tightly knit and fastened. That's how we're gonna be under Yahweh Shemi Al Shai's banner. But under the heathen's banner, we're ripped up, tossed to and fro. The
Yep.
wind come, you gone. Look what happened when Jake get taken by the system. And they whole setup is fucked.
Yep.
So like you just said, they wanted to be free from Esau. But we know how that goes.
Yeah.
But that was the gist of the movie. This is verse 21. It says, "But the Lord, but there the glorious Lord Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai will be unto us a place of a broad river and streams wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ships pass thereby. For the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai is our judge, and the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai is our lawgiver. The Lord Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai is our king. He will save us." And the Lord is going to save us, man. He's going to deliver us out of these situations. He's going to get us through this, man. Not under the means of Esau, Edom, not under the means of the heathens. Yahweh Shemi Al Shai is our Savior. He's going to be the one that fastens us and instills us. That's why this truth is so important. Because this is what gets us to true, like it said, solemnity. Look that word up real quick. Solemnity, Isaiah 33 and verse 20. That's what's really going to get us peace under the banner of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. That's how we're going to get rest, man. What did Yahweh Shai say? Actually, I'm gonna get that. Find rest. Yahweh Shai said this out of his own mouth. He said, Matthew 11 and verse 29, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls." Because what? Our souls are weary. We're worn out. We're tired. We're scared. I'm speaking about just, Jake, when you're in the world, you're lost. You don't know what's going on. You don't know why this situation is happening to you. You don't know why your people are in such a destitute state. You don't know why this is. It's a bunch of whys.
Yep.
You have no solutions or no conclusion of why this is going on to only Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's like, what the fuck did we do? But this truth, you find rest and comfort because what? You find the answer to the whys. And then you see if you have the spirit, you see the resolution, man. You see the end. You see the downfall of our enemies. You see us being in glory. You see the beauty of our children. You see the rest that the Lord has prepared for us if we endure and make it unto the end. You see the glory, man. But our people, they don't see the glory. They see the glory in Esau. Like even the twin said it. Smoke, he said, "I ain't seen no ghosts. I ain't seen none of this. All I seen is power." The people don't see, our people don't see the power in Yahweh Shemi Al Shai.
Nope.
They don't see the true power that it is in the Lord, man. It's great power in the Lord. And that's what you have to realize. That's why with all the hell we suffer in this truth, with all the things we go through in this truth, there is great power and there's great glory for us at the end of it. You got that word?
Yeah, I got that word. This is Strong's H4150. It says Moed. It says appointed place, appointed time, meeting, appointed time general, sacred season, set feast, appointed season, appointed meeting, appointed place, appointed sign or signal, tent of meeting.
Okay, I thought it said something more. You can get your precept.
Yeah. This is real quick. This is Baruch 3 and 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. Yeah. So we're in this predicament because of us forsaking Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and not following the way that we're supposed to. So we're in this, we're subject to payments, we're in captivity. And Jake think that siding with E is going to get you out of those predicaments, but it's not. You see that in the music industry, you see that in the acting industry, you see all of that. Jake, they think they're getting out of the situation by what? By selling out. And they sell out, and you see how it come back to bite them in the ass, because you see what's going on with Diddy right now. Okay, TD Jakes just retired, but I think a brother,
what's that?
Brother did
Shannon Sharp,
Club Shay Shay. Yeah, he getting caught up, but a brother had posted like a picture saying TD Jakes just retired, just right before the trial of Diddy started. So you can see what happens when you choose that side with E, because like the brother said, siding with E only gives you a deaf lifestyle. Okay, because that's the way E lives. E has completely defiled the earth. So, and he knows, and he knows who the Israelites are.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
He knows if he can get them to side with him, because ultimately he think him doing that is gonna make the Heavenly Father be done with his covenant that he gave to us. That's what he thinks is going to happen if he's able to get Jake to side with him. But that's not going to happen, because what Yahweh Shem Shai has the elect that's not going to never turn to E. That's going to never side with E. Okay, that's not going to never conform with him. Is going to patiently wait for Yahweh Shem Shai to save us, to give us that true freedom that Jake is seeking for, that they're trying to get on this side, but it's not meant for us to have it on this side. We have to wait on the kingdom for that.
That's why Yahweh Shai said, learn of me, and you'll find rest. The elect is going to learn of Yahweh Shai. He said, I'm meek and lowly, meaning what? He had to go through the sufferings he had to go through, and then achieve the kingdom. We have to be brought to this lower state. We have to have these nations over us. We have to. To achieve the kingdom, these things must happen. This is how it has to go. But at the end of it is glory, man.
Precept.
This is real quick. This is Matthew 16 and verse 26. It says, For what is a man's profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And what his brother, he sided with the. I mean, really didn't have a choice. But
yeah, he did. He ain't like he chose.
But he was with it.
Yeah.
He was a little bit in control. That's why his eyes were blue. He was in control a little bit, but in a sense, he sided with the vampire. And what? In a sense, well, they tell you when you side with the vampire, your soul is trapped in your body.
Yeah.
You lose your soul. When you side with Esau Edom, you lose your soul, man. Your soul, even it happened unto Yahweh Shai. The devil came unto him, Satan, said, "Look, I give you all this this world, but you got to bow down unto me." Yahweh Shai said, "Get out of here, bro. Get out."
Thou shalt not tempt the Lord.
Yeah, he said, "I rebuke thee, Satan." He crazy, but Jake sides with them. Jake bows the knee. Jake bows the knee to Esau Edom, man. They side with the devil. And what? Lose their soul, man, in the process. Because what's going to end all be all? They're going to be destroyed. They've done things to dishonor their soul. Because people think when you sell your soul, that shit fly out of you. Your soul flies out of you. It's in a bottle now.
Yeah.
No, you do things that you defile your soul, and the ultimate judgment is you're gonna be destroyed by them news. You're not gonna be written in the Lamb's book of life. You're going to come back in the kingdom.
Yeah, you demoralize yourself.
You demoralize yourself in whatever way they had to do it. Rather it was having a relationship with a goat, having a goat have a relationship with you, child shit, whatever, man, because all that shit is real, man. All that witchcraft they be doing on the left-hand side in this world, like that movie Babylon, they show you all the witchcraft they doing in Hollywood.
You watched that movie?
I didn't watch it, but I'm going to watch it.
Oh.
I'm going to watch it. Here's a good movie. I'm going to watch it. Because it shows how Hollywood gets down. That don't make no damn sense. Look, the AI fucked up. It's an arrow coming back in.
To the flute.
It's fucking bugged out. But this is Matthew's 16 and verse 26 back at it says, for what is a man's profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul and lose his own soul? And what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his work. So if you sell your soul, man, you're gonna get judged with that judgment, which is the destruction. Every man's work is gonna be judged, rather if it was good or evil.
Okay.
I'll read the next verse. It says, "Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." And that means some of the elect member aren't gonna die, man. In this lifetime, they're gonna be beamed up. That's gonna be the last time they ever. That's it. They made it into the kingdom without ever dying in his life, to have that memorial upon their name forever. You got it.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." And that's Jake, man. Jake is oppressed, and Jake come up from I brought up rough from poverty. So when they grow up and get of age, and you see that they got some type of talent or whatever, and they come with that, with that gift. What do? They take it because they think about everything they've been through. They think about all that oppression that they've been through. How
they're trying to escape.
Yeah, they trying to escape it. And he come with that. Hey man, listen, you got some talent. I see you can dribble a ball real good. I see you can.
Well, that's what he was doing to the nigga in the movie.
Yeah.
Based off of Robert Johnson.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not a true story based off of, but that's who they get the idea of it from.
He had talent.
He had talent.
With his talent, he was able, because they say, with the music thing, that is able to conjure spirits. We know that
is a fact.
That's a fact.
That's the truth. That's
conjure
the true
spirits.
fact.
So they say can conjure spirits from the past and the future.
Yeah.
So the dude was, he was a good musician. So that's why he was seeking him, and that's how he does. He said, okay, you're talented at this. I can use that, and I can use you for my agenda in this world. And into this world, in the music industry, they find Jake that has a certain sound and is pushing a certain type of message, and they assign them so they can continue to push that message when the next generation come up under them to keep Jake in that dumb state.
Like Sexy Red, they said she's a CIA agent. She probably is.
She say she sold out.
I mean, yes. But they say that she's a CIA operative. She might just be.
Mm-hmm.
She might just be. Esau not stupid.
Yeah, and that's what that gift does, man. That gift destroys your morals, your values that you once had. You don't have them no more because you're so willing. You wanted that bag so much that you got it. But once you get it, it's not it. See, Jake think they just get this one bag and then that's it. No, you basically have sold yourself to them. So whenever they need you to do anything, you have to do it. Like when LeBron James. That video that they showed when that Amalekite was holding him by his hand in the party and he had to follow behind. This is a big 6'8", 6'9" nigga, 250, 260, and you got a fucking 5'8" old ass holding his hand, dragging him along with him wherever he go. That's what happens when you.
Or Terry Crews.
Terry Crews was getting.
That nigga's wife left him because of that.
Terry Crews, I don't know how tall he is, but that's a big man.
Nigga. That's a big nigga.
Man. And,
that's a big nigga.
I don't care where you at, what's the occasion, what's the setting. If any man touch you like that, your first incident, I gotta put these hands on you.
You know when you looking for medicine, you need some type of medicine. Certain medicine not good for you.
No.
Or it just treated.
Yeah.
Jake goes for Esau for their medicine, man.
Yeah.
Do you think that temporary fame, that temporary glory, you think that shit really gonna heal that pain you feeling as an Israelite?
With some side effects.
With some side effects.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
I was at PT today.
What's the side effects?
I was at PT today. They was talking about medicine. They was talking about the side effects. This just a real quick thing about Viagra. They said Viagra initially wasn't meant.
It wasn't meant for that.
It was meant for breathing.
Yeah.
but that was a side effect. And then when they figured out that was a side effect, then they pushed it for that. But that's what a lot of different medicines. They said that when they do these medicines, they test it out of 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And they go and they ask each person that has a side effect, and whatever side effect that they have to put that label out there. So it can that one person out of 100,000 people may have died. They have to put may cause death. They have to put that because I forgot what's the reason.
I heard one time they said it may cause instant death. I mean, a nigga tried that shit.
And then live
and drop dead, bro.
Instantly.
So that, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how they, you know, that's where they get this. So they try out of 100,000 people.
100,000 people, and then whoever, every
side effect.
every person their side effect. But that's how E is, man. E come with that medicine, but it's a lot of side effects that come with that shit. But Jake be thinking they different. Oh, that shit ain't gonna happen to me, or I ain't gonna. Man,
nah, it's gonna happen.
It's been so many examples from Diddy on down, and even not even about how they do in this world, how the Lord has judged these people who done sold out and taken them out, man. The Lord is not playing, and E not for you. E don't care for you. You are disposable to E, man. So trying to be side and join the scriptures talking about though hand join the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. You know, joining with E is not, you're not escaping from nothing. Because E can do whatever he wants to. He can lock you up. He can frame you. He can even set you up to get you taken out. He do it to his own people.
And you know what they do? Make a movie about
it.
And like nothing happened.
Like they doing with this Aaron Hernandez nigga. He was a football player for New England Patriots. And he killed his wife and whatever and took his own self out. That ain't nothing to be told about. They got a documentary about him. Then even with Jeffrey Dahmer, we know about Jeffrey Dahmer. They made a series about it, and then in the series, they tried to make you feel compassionate for him.
I didn't watch it. You must have watched it.
I watched that shit,
sounds like a personal review.
I watched that shit, man. They tried to make... I just like, what the fuck they do
because it's an Edomite serial killer.
And they tried to make you feel compassionate for him through that series, bro. But that's how he is, man.
This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 12. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none that plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. And this is a wound that as Israelites that we have. Mm-hmm. But now we have the physician. The healer is here, which is Yahushai. But Jake is looking for medicine in all other places, man. Looking, and specifically Esau, they looking for him to cure them of their bruises, their wounds. I remember somebody told me I need a therapist. I said, who the fuck can I talk to? I said, you want me to go to a white therapist to talk to about my problem? They said, they got black therapists. I said, black therapists don't know nothing. I said, you need therapy. Telling me I need therapy. But there's no cure for the Israelites. That's a whole nother video. But there's no cure for the Israelites other than Yahushai, man. He's our only way. He's the only cure. This is verse 15. Why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased, and have done these things unto thee. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. They that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So this is a resolution. This is a healing. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wound, which is through who? Yahushai. Mm-hmm. Saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
God.
So the Lord is going to cure us, man. But that's starting with the elect. You got it.
Let me get one more precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is John 4:13. It says, Yahweh Shai answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So that's what we'll get through Yahweh Shai. That everlasting life. Believing on him and trusting in him, not trusting in E. We seen from where we are now.
We didn't see the result.
We didn't see the result of what happens when we
watch movies about it.
Well, exactly.
Read about it.
Dealing with E.
Don't end well. That's why they showed Gad at the beginning of the movie.
Exactly. That doesn't never end well. We got the history, we got the record books of dealing with E. It never ends well.
And that's only a little bit of it.
A little bit. We gonna get everything when we in the kingdom. So we know going down that road is not it. But we understand through the scriptures, and from the learnings from our apostles and elders on down, that if we believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and turn to him and seek him, that we're going to be okay. Okay, we're going to inherit that everlasting life. We're going to inherit the kingdom. We're going to inherit bodies, man, spiritual powers, man. We're going to have dominion over the earth.
We're not going to lose anymore.
We're not going to lose anymore. That's it. This is the last one. Like Malak always say, this is our last carnation on this earth. So we got to make sure that we make it count, man. And that's the mindset that you gotta have, that and once you have that mindset and lock that in and live like that every day, you're going to continue to strive more and more to please and to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to make sure that you're doing right, so you can inherit those things that are promised to us.
So with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.